Okay. I'm going to make a recording of these classes and I'll send it to you. So in case something doesn't make any sense or you want to revisit whatever it is, you can go back and the recording and look. If that doesn't make any sense, YouTube is a real handy thing to have. Now, this class is going to seem like you're drinking from a fire hydrant. There's going to be so much information coming at you very, very fast. So please stay with me and don't hesitate to ask me to repeat and tell me if I'm going too fast. Very, very, I just hate that when instructors go too fast. Now, I'm going to make this class as enjoyable as I can, but it is algebra, so I'll do my best. I know most of you have demanding jobs, so I'll try not to waste your time and get you out of here as quickly as possible. Again, I'll record the class meetings and post them to you so you can review them at your convenience. Buy a scientific calculator. I would suggest buying a Casio FX300ES Plus. I just bought a new one. Here it is here. Cost $10 on Amazon, $2.29 or something. But I think Walmart has them also for about the same price. But anyway, you're going to need is the wrong word, but the scientific calculator will be very helpful to you. And again, this is what it looks like. We're going to move through the first few chapters very fast, so it's imperative that you attend class every day. We only have, gosh, I don't know, I think it's 24 class meetings. So, and I'm sure you've all figured out by now that math classes are like ladders. If you miss one wrong, it's very frustrating to catch up. So please try to get every class meeting. Again, if I'm talking too fast, please let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And if you don't understand anything I'm saying, please ask me to repeat. This misery is very important. The procedures and the vocabulary you learn here you'll use in every math class you take. I'm usually here at least 30 minutes before class, and I can stay after class to review anything you don't understand. I have nothing else to do. I'm retired. And again, YouTube can be very helpful if you don't understand something. The closest thing you're going to have to homework is the daily quiz. Again, you will not have any homework. I'm going to show things on the grade book, but that's just kind of a dog and pony show there, just to look like we're doing something. But there's no homework, only the daily quiz. They'll be posted on D2L. Please finish these quizzes on time. And grades will be posted on D2L. Now, quiz number 1, since I had a problem with all my computer and such last week, Tuesday, I gave everybody 100. Wasn't I a nice boy to do that? And pretty too. Pretty stupid. Yep. Okay. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is, and again, vocabulary. I'm sure you figured out by now, vocabulary is very important in any class you take in college. Very, very important. Look how old my hand is. Vocabulary is very important. And we're going to use these words a lot. Terms and expressions. Now, terms are one number. We use the pound sign there for a number. One number, like 5, that's a term. 3x, that's a term. 3a, 5b, b, that's a term. Okay, these are all, I know it looks like there's more than one number there, but they're not. Now expressions. Yes. Can everybody hear me okay? Don't everybody answer at once.
Yes.
Okay, good. Expressions are more than one number, like a plus 2. Now expressions are going to be separated by a plus or a minus. 5x plus 2y minus 3l. That's an expression. And again, we're going to use these vocabulary words a lot. Okay, the next thing is PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A. First time I saw that, I thought, PEMDAS. That's something in Spanish. It's not anything in Spanish. This is order of operation. Order of operations. Okay, the P is parentheses. E is an exponent. You have a base number and the exponent. We'll talk more about exponents later. I have, as you can tell, I have very poor penmanship. So if you can't read anything I'm writing, please tell me. Multiplication, division, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So if you have, you're going to be given this, it's going to say evaluate, B-A-L-U-A-T. Evaluate just means find the value of, or find how much it is. If it says evaluate 3 plus 5 times 7. Oh, before I forget, do not use X for multiplication. Don't do that. Either use a raised dot like 3 times 2, okay, or use an asterisk. Or if you don't use, again, do not use X for multiplication ever again. Okay. So what do we have here? We have addition and we have multiplication. Does it make any difference which one we do first? Yes. PEMDAS. PEMDAS is one of the, if not the most used thing we do in math. Very, very important. So do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have an exponent? No. Do we have multiplication division? Yes. We have multiplication first and addition subtraction is last. So we do this. 3 plus 5 times 7, I think it's 35. So that is, our answer is 38. Okay, if you did it wrong, if you do 3 plus 5 times 7, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 times 7, what is it? 56 or something like that. Okay, very, very important. Now, if you're not sure, your brain goes numb, whatever, use your handy dandy calculator. These calculators will do order of operation for you. Please don't tell Dr. Burkew or any of the big bosses. I'm in enough trouble as it is. So first thing, you turn it on. I can't tell you how many times I have picked up a calculator and gone punching on the buttons and forgot to turn it on. Okay, here we go. What is it? 3 plus 5 times 7. So we do 3 plus 5 times 7. Now look, the wonderful thing about this is it shows the problem that you just entered up here. Take an extra second to look at this to make sure you entered it properly. Because you guys have big fingers, you ladies have long fingernails, you're going to hit the wrong keys. It's going to happen. Now we hit enter. And our answer is 38. This is really nice. It has 2 lines here, one that shows your problem, the other one, the next line shows the answer. Clear it. Okay, so again, a scientific calculator will do order of operation for you. Okay. Now I'll tell you when something's important and when it's not. The next thing we're going to talk about is absolute value. LUT. Absolute value is not super duper whiz bang important. But you will see it from time to time. Absolute value is shown by 2 vertical lines. Absolute value is how far is it far from 0 on the number line. So here's our number line: 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Now, if we're talking about distance here, what kind of a number, excuse me, what kind of a number is distance? Positive. Always, I know always is a long time, but it's always positive. Right? Right. Okay, so how far, here's the number 5. How far is it from 0 on the number line? 5. What about the absolute value of -5? Get that if you're so smart. Again, it's
Question.
I'm sorry?
I have a question. Are those lines around the 5, are those how it's gonna ask the absolute value?
You talk the vertical lines?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, thank you. Vertical lines means absolute value. Thank you. I'll do better. No, I probably won't do any better. Okay, absolute value. And again, this is not one of those super duper whiz bang important things, but again, you will see it from time to time. So how far is -5 from 0? 5. I know always is a long time, but absolute value is always. Okay. Always positive. Okay? Okay. Now, absolute value, the absolute value symbols act like parentheses. So again, we get back to PEMDAS. So we're going to do, if there's anything to do inside of the absolute value symbol, we do that first. So if we have absolute value of, come on, boy, think. 5 minus 3 equals, well, the first thing you do here is inside of the, this, like I said, this acts like parentheses. So we're going to do this first. So the absolute value of 5 minus, what was it, 2? Something like that. So our absolute value is dose. Okay, this is where you stop and get you a drink of your Diet Coke. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good Diet Coke. Excuse me. Okay, absolute value. is always positive. Seems like everything has an exception. And this is no different. What if we have minus the absolute value of, come on, boy, 10 minus 3? Now, what this is actually saying is subtract the absolute value of 10 minus 3. This is going to be minus absolute value of 7, which is negative 7. It's saying subtract absolute value of 7. Sounds like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth here, doesn't it? But that's the one thing you want to watch out for. Now, I'm going to do this to you on tests and maybe on quizzes, if I can remember. What if we have the absolute value of 15 is negative 15? What's our answer here? The absolute value of 15 cannot be a negative number, so this is undefined. You know, read that. I think my handwriting's getting worse. Okay? Absolute value of 15 cannot be a negative number. Get this if you're so smart. The absolute value of x, some number, is 12. So what can x be? Anybody?
12.
12? Anything else?
Negative 12.
Excellent. Excellent. Very, very good. I think out of all the years, about 20 years of doing this, I don't think I've forgotten anybody that knew that. Is it Itzel?
Yes.
Okay. So the absolute value of x, oh, stupid. So x will equal plus or minus, that's the way we write plus or minus 12. Because negative, the absolute value of negative 12 is also 12, right? Right. I know I'm going real fast, but I'll send you a recording and you know better than I do, you can stop and start like that. I'd get another drink of your Diet Coke right about here. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Like terms. Like terms have the same variable, R-I-A-B-L-E. Those are usually letters. Same variable. That means and exponent. Again, we'll get into exponents later in the semester. Okay, so if we have 3a plus 5a, are these like terms? Yes. Have the same variable and the same exponent. The exponents here are 1. We just don't write it because we're lazy. You can think of these like apples or anthropomorphizes, whatever. So that's 8a. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. I'm always, well, sometimes I'm right. Okay, now what if we have this? If we have 3b plus 5c, are these like terms? No. So what's our answer here? Our answer is 3b plus 5c. Okay, there's nothing you can do with this. Okay, now what if we have this? 2e squared plus 5e. Are these like terms? No. They have the same variable, yes, but they don't have the same exponent. So it's 2e squared plus 5e. Is your head throbbing about now? This is fun stuff, huh? Get you another drink of your Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. VI. Is everybody okay? Anybody need me to go back over anything? Okay. Solving equations. Super duper duper whiz bang important. Very, very important. You're going to use this. You'll use this in some of your science classes also. So it's very important that you know how to do this. If we have a plus 5 equals 7. Well, obviously our answer is 2, right? 2 plus 5 is 7. But these problems, they really don't get any more difficult. They just get longer. So you have to follow the procedures. Now what we want here is a equals 2. A equals is exactly 2. 2 and A are exactly the same. So how do you do this? We have A plus 5 equals 7. Now, what do we want to get rid of here? What do we want to move? Because we want A over here all by its own self. That's what we say in North Katy, by its own self. We want A over here by itself. So what do we want to move? We want to move the 5. How do we do that? You do the opposite of whatever it says. If it says plus, we're going to subtract 5. Now, whatever you do to one side, equations are like seesaws. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side, or they're not equal anymore. Now look, for right now, do these problems just like this. Now 5 minus 5 is 0. Excuse me. What do you have left over here? A equals 7 minus 5 is, let's see, 30 days, that's September. 2. Now, how do you double check and make sure you're right? A is 2, right? So you put 2 in for A. 2 plus 5 is 7, so we are correct. I'm always right. Well, maybe not always. Now, what if we have B plus 7 equals 10? Again, we want B over here by itself. So what do we want to get rid of? We want to get rid of the 7. So we subtract 7 from each side. We do the opposite of whatever it says. So B, 7 minus 7, 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. Equals 10 minus 7 is 30. Plug it back in. 3 plus 7 is 10, so we are correct. I'm sorry to cram these problems together. I have a personal problem about wasting paper. I don't know what it is. It's a personal problem. What if you get this if you're so smart? C minus 5 equals 3. Now, how do you get rid of a negative 5? Because we want C over here by its own self. How do you get rid of a -5? Again, do the opposite of whatever it says. You add 5. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. -5 plus 5 is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. All we have left is C equals 8. Now to double check. 8 minus 5 is 3, so we are correct. Right. Everybody okay? Get you another drink of your Diet Coke. Mm. E minus 3 is 10. Now again, we want E over here by itself, so we want to get rid of the -3. How do we get rid of a -3? Add 3. Okay, 3 minus 3 is 0. It's gone from this side of the equation. E equals 10 plus 3 is, what is it, 13? Okay? Okay. A -6 plus G equals poetry. Okay, now these things are rearranged a little bit, but they still mean G minus 6 are just written backwards. Okay, so what do we want to get rid of on this side? Remember, we want G over here by itself. So we're going to add 6 to each side. Okay, 6 minus 6 is 0. What do we have left? G equals 14. Plug 14 in here. 14 minus 6 is 8. So we are correct. And if you forget, brain goes numb, whatever, the godless negative numbers are difficult to deal with sometimes. So don't hesitate to use your calculator. But again, don't tell the big bosses I said that. They don't want you to use a calculator. Okay. H. Okay, now when you've got these godless negative numbers here, you can use your calculator, but you need to be able to do this. It's very important. So what do we want to get rid of here? The 4. So we subtract 4 from each side. So we have H equals. Now negative numbers are like owing money. You owe somebody $6. You owe somebody else $4. Okay, the rule here is if the signs are the same, okay, signs are plus or minus. If the signs are the same, add and keep the same sign. Okay, so the signs are the same, they're both negative. So we added these two numbers and we kept the same sign. If the signs are different, if you have different signs, where did we have different signs here? Well, here we go. Here we have different signs. So what did we do here? This one's positive, this one's negative. We subtracted. You have different signs. Subtract. And use the sign SIGN of the larger number. LA. Stupid boy. LAR of the larger number. Okay, so just like here, we had 10 minus 7. Signs are different. So we subtracted and used the sign of the larger number. Okay, and again, if you forget, brain goes numb, lose focus, it's easy to do. Use your calculator. Oh, tell you what, let's do that. -6 minus 4. And again, I'm sorry, but I got glare in here. First you turn it on, you have negative, use the -6 minus 4. Okay, -6 minus 4 equals -10. Everybody got that? Can you believe they make this thing, probably in China, ship it halfway across the world, and sell it for $10? I have had one of these, one of the older models of this, for years, decades even, and I've never had any problem with it whatsoever. Okay. Oh, before I forget, if you can afford it, buy one of these. This is a graphing calculator. Looks horrible, doesn't it, with all the different buttons and stuff? It's really not too bad. If you can afford one of these, they're about $100. Go ahead and get one of these because you will need one of those at some point. But that little Casio will serve you well for many years in many different classes. Now, oh, it's Thursday, right? Oh, it's date night. Yeah, and she's good looking. Uh-huh. Okay, get this if you're so smart. Now this is multiplication. How do you deal with multiplication division? We have H, well, let's say 3H. This means 3, if there's no plus or, excuse me, if there's no plus or minus in here, this means multiply. 3H equals 12. 3 times what number is 12? Well, obviously it's 4, right? Okay, so what's the opposite of multiplication? Division, right? So we're going to divide this side by 3. And again, whatever you do to one side, you have to do, do to the other side. 3 divided by 3 is 1H, or just H. And 12, the fraction bar means divided by. If you're going to put this in your calculator, do it from top to bottom. 12 divided by 3. Okay, that means divided by. And that is 4. Plug it back in. 3 times 4 is 12, so we are correct. Is everybody okay? Am I going too fast? Please tell me if I'm going too fast. Who's that smoking? I smell cigarette smoke. Oh, maybe it's not cigarettes. Miss Faulkner, is that you smoking? I think she's falling asleep. I don't blame you. Get you another drink of your Diet Coke. Mhm. Five gay, 5K equals, I think 20. Okay, again, we have multiplication here, right? How do we undo multiplication? Division. Divide by 5, divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1K, or just K. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. Plug it back in. 5 times 4 is 20. You don't need to recheck here, just do that because it's fun. Mhm. Okay. Okay, let me kind of change gears here a little bit. Now, these rules are for multiplication or division. Okay? A positive number times a positive number is a positive number, right? 3 times 2 is 6. They're both positive numbers. So our answer is, what is that, 18 or something? And a negative times a negative is also a positive. -3 times -2 is a positive 6. So the rule here is if the signs are the same, the answer is going to be positive. If the signs are different, if one's positive, now again, this is for division also. If the signs are different, then our answer is negative. And again, if you're not sure, plug it in your calculator. It will figure that out for you. But again, please don't tell on me. I'm going to be up trouble over there. Get you a drink of Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. So what if we have this? Mm-hmm. 12L, I'm sorry, negative 12L equals 24. Okay? Now, what we want here is a positive L. We don't want to know what negative L is. We want to know what positive L is. So we're going to divide this side by -12 because a negative divided by a negative, just like we had up here, negative divided by a negative is a positive. And we're going to divide this by -12. This is fun stuff, huh? On a Thursday? Well, just think. We got the weekend coming up. Okay, -12 divided by -12 is a positive 1. Right? Everybody okay with that? Very important. L equals. Now we have a positive divided by a negative. Positive divided by a negative. So our sign is going to be negative. And what is that, 2? I took a calculus course at Prairie View several years ago, and our instructor kind of looked like Halle Berry. She was gorgeous. Ooh. But the poor woman could not add and subtract and multiply and divide. Poor thing, super smart. I mean, she's super smart. Wish I had half of her intelligence. I'd feel real good. But the poor thing couldn't add and subtract. But boy, was she good looking. Oof. Okay, again, a positive divided by a negative. Positive divided by a negative is a negative. And again, if you're not sure, plug it in your handy dandy calculator. Why don't we do that? What could be more fun? Tell you what, I don't know what is wrong with my lighting on this program here. First, you turn it on. And we have, what is it? 24 divided by negative 12. So we have 24 divided by, what is it? Negative 12 divided by negative 12. Okay, negative 12. Look up here, make sure you entered it right. And I did. Is negative 2. Okay, everybody okay with that? Clear it out. What about this? You're so smart. 6m equals a negative 42. So this is 6 times m. We're going to divide by 6, divide by 6. M equals, now we have a negative divided by a positive. So our answer is going to be negative. I think that's 7. Negative 7. 6 times negative 7, positive times a negative is a negative 42, I think. So we are correct. Well, I love these new gel pens. These are neat. If my handwriting was only better, it'd be wonderful. Get you another drink of your Diet Coke. Look, I know this might seem real confusing right now, but I promise you it's going to get it'll get easier. But you got to know the procedures here. It's very, very important. I was going to say something I forgot. Oh, I know what it was. These problems, they really don't get any more difficult. They just get longer. So let's do this. Get this if you're so smart. Negative 5p equals a negative, come on, stupid, think, 15. Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5, positive divided by I'm sorry, a negative divided by negative is positive 1p or just p. Now again, we have, excuse me, a negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. And what is it, 3? Plug it back in. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive. Oh, stupid boy. Positive 3. Negative 5 times positive 3 is negative 15 equals negative 15. So we are correct. Right? Right. Now, okay, we'll just do this one more thing and then we'll go. Because I've got to get my nap. I hope you all appreciate it. This class takes place right during my mid-morning nap. Hope you all appreciate this. I'm giving up my nap for y'all. Now, when you're solving equations, what procedure do you use? You do PEMDAS in reverse. First, you get rid of addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division, then the exponent, then the parentheses. Okay, so this is the first thing we do is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now we do this from left to right, whichever one comes first. So multiplication does not come before division. It's whichever one comes first. Then the exponent, then parentheses. So what if we have this? Five P plus 2 equals 17. Like I said, these problems, they really don't get any more difficult, they just get longer. So we have multiplication here, and we have addition here. So which one are we going to do first? Or which one are we going to get rid of first? Addition, subtraction. So we're going to subtract 2 from each side. What's left over here? 5P equals 17 minus 2 is 15, I think. Divide by 5, divide by 5, E is 3. Now when you plug it back in, you do PEMDAS the right way, the correct way. Your 5 times 3 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, so we're correct. 3R plus 2 is 14. Get you another drink of your Diet Coke. Have multiplication here, addition here, so we're going to get rid of addition, subtraction first. Subtract 2 from each side. What's left over here? 3R equals 12. Right? Right. Divide by 3, divide by 3. R is 4. 4 in for R. Now we do PEMDAS the correct way because we're evaluating this expression. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, so we're correct. Get this one up here, so smart. 8T minus 4 is 12. Again, the first thing we want to get rid of is addition, subtraction. Excuse me. So we're going to add 4 to each side and do the opposite of whatever it says. 8T's left equals 16. Is that right? Well, 4, yeah, I think so. Okay, so now we're going to divide everything by 8. So T is 2. Plug it back in. 16 minus 4 is 12, so we are correct. Is everybody okay? This stuff is not going away. You're going to see it forever. Okay. Two V minus 9 is negative 19. Don't you just love these godless negative numbers? Almost as bad as fractions. Excuse me. Okay, so the first thing, here's multiplication, there's subtraction. So we get rid of addition, subtraction first. So we're gonna add 9 to each side. That's gone. 2v equals. Now we have negative 19 plus 9. Signs are different. So we subtract. Take the sign of the larger number is 19. So negative, what is it, 10? We're going to use the sign of the larger number. Now we're going to divide everything by 2. V is negative. Now we have a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Right? Right. Plug it back in. Negative 5. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 10 minus 9 is negative 19. So we are correct. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to go back over? Tell me now. Or remember, I'm usually here about 30 minutes before class. So if you go over, I think quiz 2 is up, and it has some of this misery on it. But this stuff's very, 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 5 varies. Super duper whiz bang important. You're going to see this forever. Any questions? Okay. I'll see you Tuesday. Adios. Bye-bye. Que tengas un buen
Thank you.
Thank you. Igualmente.
Bye. Thank you.
I have no idea what I'm saying, but it sounded Spanish.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Thank you. Miss Faulkner, are you awake? Did you ever wake up? Mm-hmm. Miss Faulkner, you have any questions?